Hey, everybody. This is a big day. If you're listening to this now, you've got a chance, and this is your last chance. Go buy your tickets. Come out to Las Vegas, the Paris Casino, the Empire Comedy Club. We will be recording a live show, a live Talking Shit podcast. Your chance to see Jim Jeffries, Eddie Ift, all the fucking Mongs, maybe Jason, Andy Dick might be there. Brian McCarthy's going to be there. We're going to playing Truth or Dare. We're doing 2 episodes there. So it's going to be a fucking fun night, and then we're going to go out afterwards, and you get to be there. But you got to buy your tickets on JimandEddieTalkShit.com. JimandEddieTalkShit.com. Thank you for supporting the show. Thanks for going to our webpage and buying packages. The money you spend goes to keep the show going, and the money you spend also gets you things like t-shirts, DVDs, posters, shout-outs, visits to the Rape Cottage, all kinds of things. So go support the show and go there. Also, go onto iTunes and write comments, really good comments. Don't 4-star us, fucking 5-star us. We need the 5 stars. That gets our ratings up. So that helps the show a lot. Check us out at our live shows and on Twitter and all kinds of stuff like that. I want to talk, though, about one of the greatest shitheads ever, Buck Tanner. Buck Tanner is a shithead. He supports the show. Want you to support him. Buck Tanner has a book out, a bunch of books. Buck Tanner's Facts, volumes 1 through 10, and these are ebooks. And I know you're like, what? Fucking ebooks? Who reads ebooks? Well, you do, shitheads. You podcast. You have the ability to download a podcast. You have the ability to download an ebook. Go do it, because they're fucking funny. They're crazy. They're about like all kinds of crazy shit. This dude's fucking, he's having threesomes with vampires and fucking doing coke with Hitler and Obama and, all kinds of stuff that could get you arrested just for reading. So you seem like the perfect audience to read these books. It's the kind of material you want to read while you're taking a shit or flying on a plane or all kinds of stuff. So just download these books. It's easy. Go to your Kindle, your laptop, your iPhone. These books are cheap as hell too. It's like $3. You get the whole collection. This guy's been very good to the show. You be very good to him. $3. Fucking Jason could afford that. So, find them at bucktanner.com. That's Buck Tanner, BuckTanner.com. Buck Tanner's Facts, volumes 1 through 10, available on Amazon.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, oh, their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Oh, shit.
I guess it worked out, but it was just one of those funny moments. I was like, fuck, I've never seen you this, which I'm
hammered.
I'm sure he probably said that to me when the ambulance picked me up after a fight in front of fucking Los Angeles when I was fighting a homeless guy.
What?
So I shouldn't really cuss.
You fought a homeless guy?
I should really throw stones.
You just volunteered a story.
I just remember because I'm sitting there going, oh, hey, that guy sometimes doesn't have his buzz.
That guy can't sign a bill.
Yeah.
But I beat up a homeless guy.
Yeah, people who get drunk shouldn't pass kidney stones.
Have you been eating bath salts?
No, it was just a situation that happened. I was being reckless, and I was doing great at first, and then I got tired.
Fighting?
I got tired during the fight, yeah.
Oh, fighting's tiring.
Yeah, and when I got tired, the guy saw a window. And,
a 30-minute window.
When you went to get a Gatorade.
Yeah.
Why did it start? How did you get into the fight?
I have no idea. I just remember being kind of hammered because believe it or not, I drank a bunch
Bottle of Chardonnay?
No, I probably drank, I'm not proud of this, but I probably drank 3 bottles of champagne. And it was for Fran. Remember Bud Friedman's assistant?
Yeah.
Right? So it was
Fran's. Is recent.
Fran's memorial. Well, it was a couple years ago.
I thought we were talking about something that happened
no, it was like 2 years
18
ago.
18 years ago.
No, not even. I wish. Actually, that's better. 18 years ago, Fran died.
Who's Fran? Sorry, have I missed
So
something?
she was Bud Friedman's assistant.
That they propped up for 18 years. And
Who's Bud
They
Friedman?
didn't think that
Sorry.
she was still alive, so that
he was
could tell the story.
He was one of the owners of the Byron
Oh,
Allen
yeah,
Comedy Store.
own the improv, didn't he?
No, he pioneered the improv. Him and Mark. Well, he pioneered it, and then him and Mark Lano together, kind of in tandem.
Is he still alive?
Stoked it. Yeah. He's the
Yeah, but his assistant was around forever.
Thanks for all the work, bud.
Dude, she was 95. She was 95. And so she had been with them for like 40 years or something insane. Matter of fact, I remember when she was, I think, 85. I brought her a fifth of tequila, right, and some flowers
In a colostomy bag.
And people thought I was being funny.
Geez, so you're trying to pick him up there
People thought-
and
but
the
she had
pier.
told me before that she drank, and so people thought I was trying to be funny. They were like, "Oh, that's cute. You brought her tequila." You know, she's like, and so I talked to her like a week later, and she's like, "Oh yeah, me and my sister we made margaritas." This is like when she's 85.
Yeah.
So she had a good life, you know, like she was a cool lady. Anyway, so the champagne was flowing that night for the memorial, and I
Time
drank.
to celebrate.
Yeah, trying to celebrate and no charge, right? So I do 3 bottles.
Best tasting alcohol in the world. Free
And
alcohol.
Maybe 1 Xanax at the max.
The Max is a gay nightclub, by the way.
So I'm at the max with my shirt off. Right?
That is a good name for a gay nightclub, the Max.
Perfect. The max, really? Oh my God, we're gonna max it out. That would be perfect. All right,
That's a good name for a band.
Yeah, the max.
The max. All right, put it on
but
the
that
list.
could be anticlimactic because you're supposed to max it out, and they're like, I didn't fucking max out at all.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
what the
fucking
critics.
max it out.
You don't want to
Yeah,
get
call yourself the
you don't want to give the
underachievers.
critics stuff to say.
All right, so
So nonetheless, so that somehow or another, I was fucking ripped, and,
Math.
I'm meeting Swartzen. A friend of mine's driving my car, and it's like a mile from the Improv. And somehow, me and this homeless guy, he was kind of buff, believe it or not. He's like probably 6'5", 260, martial arts expert. And he takes offense to something I said, which I don't know what I said, because there's 2 other guys who were giving him shit, and then I just said something kind of random. And I just remember him getting in front of me and going, I want to fight you. And I was like, all right. Because I was ornery and fucking drunk.
And from East LA.
And I fucking took him down and just started wailing on his fucking face for like 15 minutes. It seemed like 15 minutes. I was firing on him.
And then you found out it was Anthony Clark.
No, then I got tired. I was like, okay, that's enough. And then next thing I know, I'm on the curb. A friend of mine told me, he's like, dude, he goes, I came out of the club and you were like on the curb. And then you had this big gash on your head.
What club was this in front of?
The max.
It was a place called the Belmont.
Oh, I know the Belmont. Yeah, I got kicked
yeah.
out of there just recently. That's where I went after I got kicked out of the Improv. That was my next venue.
You were on a roll.
Yeah. I went there. Yeah, I came back.
The night's still young.
Yeah. I came back. I lost my phone. I was drunk and I rolled around the stairs. When my girlfriend yelled at me. Yes, I know the Belmont. Good mac and cheese there.
Oh my God! No,
The mac and cheese there is
great.
unbelievable.
They had
the one
nothing to
that
do
gave
with
you
it.
diarrhea,
They were
though.
cool. They
No.
had nothing to do with
It's
it, yeah.
good food in the Belmont. Even though they kicked me out, I still endorse the Belmont.
No, even the bouncer was smart. He was like, I'm gonna leave it alone. It's between them. They're outside of the club, right? And whatever. But what was funny was, so I'm supposed to meet Nick Swartz in there, right? So Nick Swartz pulls up,
Arriving from the Mac.
and he sees just a fire engine, a cop car, right? Me with blood coming down the side of my head, right? And he's like, well, you guys, I said, listen, man, I go, this guy assaulted me.
There's a guy in prison right now.
So I told LAPD that, and I said, well, I just talked to my brother. I'm going to take a cab to my brother's house. They go, well, you want us to take you to the hospital? I go, so, no, I'm fine, yeah. Like, I have insurance and everything. I'll have my brother handle it. And they're like, okay. And I think because they didn't want to do the report probably because it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, you're fine. And signed off. They go, we just need to sign here and say you refuse treatment. And that was that. And then the only thing was weird is I get to my brother's house, and then he takes me to the emergency, right? He takes me back to my pad, and then we go to the emergency. And I have a broken rib. And I guess there's nothing you can do with a broken rib. They take 3 months to heal.
I've had one. You just try to strap it up a bit.
You write it out, right?
Yeah.
That you can't really do anything.
And you can't really bend over. It's hell. Mine used to pop in and out like you could
Hurts for
see it
deep
come.
breaths, doesn't it? When you think
it can be
Mine
very
happened.
painful.
Mine happened because
Extraordinary.
I was drunk and passed out on a sofa, and a couple of fucking idiots decided to have a wrestling match, and one guy just fell over with all of his force onto me while I was sleeping under my rib cage, and I broke 2 ribs. And I woke up to like
Whoa.
just yeah.
Who was it?
Just fucking some cunts in London, some Australian blokes who just.
It's a trip, though, because it does affect your breathing. Like, you're like, oh, this fucking hurts.
Yeah, but I was drunk, so I was like, no, fucking went back to sleep. And Because I was passed out on the couch. There was a party going on around me. I was passed out.
And then woke up like, how did I fucking break the rib? You have the answers for, where's the improv guy?
What improv guy?
The Tempe Improv.
Oh, man, Mark Anderson?
Yeah. The fuck's going on?
Where's Tempe?
Turns out he's working for the Funny Bone's house MC out of Idaho.
Oh, Tempe, Arizona,
That's all I had,
right?
sorry.
There's an owner of, for those of you who have no frame of reference, a guy
He's a very wonderful man. I shouldn't.
named Mark Anderson went missing for a while, and he's the owner of the Improv. And so,
How long's he been missing?
He created Robert. I mean, he didn't create. He stoked Robert Hartman. He stoked Aaron. I mean, he did a lot of work taking that.
Robert and Aaron are the current owners and bookers of the Improv.
Yeah, and he took that club when Bud had maybe 2 rooms because he didn't own New York.
Bud was the original founder of the
Yeah,
Improv.
yeah, and then he parlayed it into he franchised San Diego, then Irvine. Hartman was a bartender, I think, in Irvine, and then eventually became a partner, and then sort of overtook his what's it called?
The franchise.
Not the
Yeah,
protege,
yeah.
but like when you're the protege, the person's your whatever
Mentor.
Right. Overtook his mentor, and then he himself became this very powerful person, and they had this falling out because Hartman wanted to get a bigger piece of Tempe, and Anderson didn't want to free it up, and this is what I was told. And so Hartman's like, all right, well, we're going to open up a club in the same market, and we're going to be splitting hairs. We're just saying we'll give you a good offer if you want to take it, and but it, obviously, it's probably a little, weird for Mark to be like, dude, just let me have my fucking club. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not judging either of them. It's just a
And so then Mark
relationship that went sour.
So Mark's gone though.
Well, hopefully, Mark, honestly, not to get idealistic, but to be a little bit philosophical legitimately, he's a Christian. And I know some Christian friends, they'll escape when they have a major life issue. So he might be in the mountains somewhere, like, honestly.
Oh, really?
Finding some spirituality with his God.
Jesus did that, didn't he? 40 days, 40 nights.
It's either that or suicide, unfortunately. I mean, those are the 2 options that
Jesus
come to
didn't
mind.
do that.
No, right.
Maybe he did.
Right.
Yeah, I think he talked his way into it. I think Jesus was a suicide, but he just wanted to dress it up.
He's like, what, up there? The crucifix? Oh, all right,
Yeah.
well, I'll give it a whirl.
He did like this. He was like, I bet you couldn't get me up there.
Dave Cross has the best joke about that. Dave Cross goes, Jesus was a martyr. Don't feel sorry for him. He wanted to die. He wanted to die so bad. He was up there. He goes, oh, you only have 3 nails? Hold on, let me put 1 foot over the other.
Oh, wow. I liked Kinnison's the best, though. Kinnison with when the Christians are standing around the cross while he's dying. Jesus is dying. I can't believe Jesus has to die. And Jesus is up on the cross going, maybe I wouldn't have to. Someone grab a ladder and a pair of fucking pliers.
Poor Jesus.
I'm not an anti-Christian. I'm just saying, like, I like all that.
Ted Alexandra has the best joke about it, too. He goes,
Fine.
Ted Alexandra goes, when I go to church and I kneel down and look up at Jesus on the cross, all I ever think is, wow, Jesus has great abs.
Jesus was cut. He reminded me of that guy on the Rob Show on CBS.
You're the only person that would watch the Rob Show because Cheech was on it.
Oh, man. Cheech is a good man.
Because it was about a Mexican. You auditioned for that, didn't you?
No, I pitched to be a writer.
Oh, you-
but I didn't audition for it.
Oh, you did. Was that the one that
Schneider did. He married this girl from Mexico City.
No, but who
Yeah.
hooked you up with that pitch? Was that the one that
Oh, actually, Schneider did.
Oh, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay.
He saw my stand-up and he was like, hey, you should pitch to be a writer. And then so I called a friend that worked at CBS and I said, hey, Rob wants me to come
Was
in.
that friend your wife?
No. How dare you? I'd be so ashamed. How we were friends.
I'll be friends with you now. Trying to get into TV myself.
Yeah, international TV.
Could you bring your wife over to the next podcast?
Please don't bring your daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
Farside, what are you whispering? Get over what?
She was asking what time we were at on the thing, and I told her to get over it.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
wrong?
get
Lily?
over it.
Oh, fucking Farsight's hardcore.
I'm over it.
She's over it. We're good.
Lalit's had a bit of highlighting done to her hair.
Like 3 3 weeks ago.
I think it looks nice, Lily.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's lovely and cute. I don't know why she's with you, motherfucker.
Yeah, she's
This
not
is very
with
peculiar.
she's
There's a
not
lot of
with anyone.
dysfunction.
Don't
Get
worry.
over
about it.
Don't worry, Gene. You're not getting it. Everyone's
Fuck it, I think it's cemented up.
I wouldn't even try. You know how many times I've disappointed women now as I've gotten over 40? It's like, I don't even try. They're like, fuck me. I'm like, wow, let's not be silly. I'm like, how about I just eat your pussy? That's easier for
How old,
me.
Yes,
are you,
please.
how old are you now?
On my end, 46.
46.
Uh,
So you had your kid at 30.
Yeah, just about, or just under. Yeah.
Farside and Lalit, has everything, I haven't been listening, is everything okay at the Moncast?
We're over it.
What do you mean you're over it?
I was just going with it.
Is everything going well?
Yeah, everything's fine.
No one's fighting anymore?
No one's fighting.
Okay.
Who was fighting?
We're good.
All kinds of shit.
You think-
We're
think-
having a genocide off.
Are you missing Jason from the Moncast? or-
He never was on it.
No, I was not.
Oh, I don't keep up.
I'm genuinely concerned about Jason. I think that's very unfortunate that he's doing
No,
this.
it does suck, but here's the one
Because
thing.
you
with-
can't say silly things about him without feeling like a...
Well, the
you
thing
gotta
is,
be able to
I
separate the
hope
two.
he realizes that the podcast wasn't a bad thing in his life because he seems to think it was now. But I don't know.
Well, somebody else is influencing him to think that it was bad.
Yeah, he met a new friend who told Jason that he was worth more, and the truth is he's not.
We are the best he'll ever do. Like,
No, that's not even a friend. That's a fucking enemy. That's a guy who's going, you can do better. You can't do better, Jason.
No,
no, he can't.
Don't kid yourself.
But it's true. He can't.
no.
Live
Jason,
in the now.
Jason was literally at the peak of his life.
Yeah, when he walked on stage at our live show at Wits End and played the opening theme song that he wrote to this show,
And
the crowd
people
went
sang
crazy.
along.
and people sang along. I was like, I pulled him aside. I said, Jason, your life is only going to go downhill from here.
So that's the only reason I want him in Vegas is to do that song.
Yeah,
Actually sounds all right. I wanna,
we should come up with something we can do and say, or we should have a new theme song. If we have any listeners that want to come
He'll
up
definitely
with
commit suicide if he changes theme song.
Yeah, we're auditioning for a new thing.
yeah, we need it just because if Jason's going to stay with the show, we'll keep the song. But if Jason's leaving the show, we have to get a new song.
No contract.
No, is Jason entertaining other offers?
Yeah, he was. I
It's
ran into Lindsay. She
all
said,
the time.
I ran into Lindsay the other day, and she told me that the Devlin hour.
Oh, we forgot to mention Lindsay's fucking Devlin.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I did not say that.
Why is that? We can say that.
Yeah, we can say
They're
that.
going out now.
Are you sure?
They're boyfriend and girlfriend.
I asked her the other day. She goes, "Did you talk to Jam?" And I go,
I'll tell you how I found it out.
This is good.
Peter O'Fallon, who's directing my TV show, his daughter became friends with Lindsay, right?
How'd that happen?
At my gig at the Nokia, right? They hit it off and got drunk that night and became friends, and they hang out now. And then Peter O'Fallon said to me, "This is how things get back," right? Goes, fucking Lindsay's boyfriend's a weird guy, right? And I went, I didn't know Lindsay had a boyfriend. He goes, just this big bearded guy that I went, oh no. It made me shudder when I heard it. Like, oh, the fucking, like those two are the hairiest people I've ever met. Having sex together, they must fucking stick together like Velcro.
"I'm terrified of Devlin. He owns lots of guns and lots of knives."
Okay, so
Who's
but
Devlin, by the
Devlin,
way?
okay, Lindsay's looking hot at the moment.
Yeah.
Devlin's batting way above what he should be getting. Right? So like Devlin should be fucking happy. He's got to touch those great tits. You've always wanted to have a go at those, haven't you? I would have fucked Lindsay, man.
Are they real tits?
Oh, they're the best. Nothing's gonna do in the
Lindsay from Bionic Woman? Lindsay
my
from Bionic
ringtone.
Woman?
No, Lindsay, who used to be on our show.
Oh.
Lalit ran her out.
Yeah, the lead ran her out.
Lily
So
ran her off the
now
show.
we've got poor tits and a slightly better face.
Yeah. If you average the two, who's better, Lindsay?
Lead's better looking.
Right.
But I'd like to fuck Lindsay more.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's say one had a bag over their head, and the other one had one had a paper bag, one had a plastic bag, and they were going to suck you off. Which one would you pick?
But they got bags over
the
their
dead
heads.
one.
How are they going to suck me off? Yeah, I'm going to get the plastic one because I can still fuck the mouth then like it's a condom or something.
Do you have
Do you have any other imaginary scenarios that can't work?
I have a very legitimate question. Do you have a current photo of Lindsay?
Someone get Google Maps up.
Yeah,
No, but Devlin and Lindsay, now I haven't been told I'm not allowed to say anything, and I found out. And Lindsay, this is fucking chicks for you, right? So I said, "Are you dating?" I'll actually read the text. Hold on. Because I actually told her off for a joke because I got emotionally enhanced on this particular joke that she did. Okay, hold on. Sorry, this is dead air. Here we go. Lindsay. Okay. All right.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not good.
Yeah. and then I said, "Are you fucking Devlin?" And she goes, "How did you know?" I go, "Just tell me. Are you fucking Devlin?" She goes, "None of your business." I go, "What is he, your boyfriend?" And she goes, "Not anymore." And I said, "What?" She goes, "Because he hit me." Right?
Oh.
With the text. And I was like, because Devlin, you wouldn't put it past him, right? Like this, right? You wouldn't put it past him. So I went, what? How? Like I got all defensive, big brother defensive, like that. She goes, "Drunk at a party. It was a really bad scene." Right? And I'm like, fuck. Because like Lindsay's a nightmare and Devlin's a psycho. It was bound to happen.
He hit it and quit it, or he hit it in a different capacity?
But then this is the thing.
Oh, fuck, at cash.
Right?
Is that cool, Breeze? Is that Devlin?
Yeah, that's Devlin.
All right.
So,
Can I just say something to Devlin? 1,000 pardons.
So 2 days later, because she didn't reply back, she goes, "Ha, he didn't. It just sounds kind of funny."
2 days later?
Yeah, it just sounded kind of funny. "I like beards, always have." Right? She likes beards. I go, and I wrote back like my mother had written this text. "I didn't like that joke."
I do not care for that.
Yeah, and then she wrote, "Well, he does look like someone who would hit or rape." And then she's asked, "Do you need me to house sit for you?" She's back to business straight after that.
She told me she doesn't want to house sit your place because you don't have a pool. She goes, "Why would I want to go up to Hollywood? There's not a pool. What am I going to do?" And I go,
"I have an 80-inch television."
And I go, "So what? Go house sit." And she goes, "But I mean, come on, it's Hollywood. I need a pool."
It's kind of true. For a young lady coming into Hollywood or whatever age she is, you want a pool. That's the whole kind of weird dreamscape of Hollywood is you're laying by the pool and you're
gonna have to get a
among,
pool.
You know.
I'm gonna get a pool in the next couple of years. I'll have a pool.
Get a saltwater pool. Don't get the fresh
Yeah, of course, saltwater. Yeah.
No, if you got a pad, fucking definitely get the saltwater because you can maintain it yourself. You have to have these creepy pool guys coming over with their big old sweet fucking cocks.
Yeah. I reckon that stereotype probably happens a lot more than you think. Gardeners and fucking pool boys, fucking wives at home.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause I think when men cheat, it's purely physical. When women cheat, it's all emotional, and it's the guy who will pay attention to them.
Yeah.
And the guy will listen to them.
Hey man, my wife speaks fluent Spanish, right?
Yeah, I wonder where she learned
So
that.
we had our kitchen redone, right? So we had a kitchen redone, and so the workers would come over, and so there'd be my Spanish isn't very good, and so I'd be like, all right, I'll call my wife, and they would start speaking, and I'm telling you, these motherfuckers take liberties. It's like if she was in front of them, they would totally be like, "There's no reason you got to be with this motherfucker." You know?
Like they're saying stuff like that.
I cut down trees everywhere, and I make a lot of money. Like I'm sure they had a fucking pitch, But it's true. As soon as she starts speaking to them in Spanish, I'm not being like whatever ignorant now, but they can't get over it all of a sudden. Like if they're trying to get over a little bit,
right?
And she's like, "No, I get it. No, you don't need to do that. No, we don't need the extra $500 fucking blah blah blah."
And I also don't need 2 Mexican cocks double teaming me right now.
Well, I might need a personal assistant. if the TV show goes ahead, I'm getting a personal assistant thrown in with the fucking thing, right? And I was talking to her about my girlfriend. I said, "Oh, if I get one," I said, I think I'd like just like an ugly chick doing it. I don't want any complications or me."
Dude,
And
that's
and-
actually a great business.
Yeah, and
without a question.
Yeah,
That's a great business.
but she
decision.
said no, studious gay man. That's the only option I've got. Is because even the ugly girl might have hot friends. So I'm getting.
that's true.
I'm getting the fucking.
But the gay guy has hot friends too. He's got hot chicks that want to, you know.
When I
But
used
I can't. See, Farzad put his hand up. I can't have a heterosexual guy because he'll cover up and
Well, I'll
keep my secrets
I'll
and shit.
I'll tell you, when I used to date the stripper, when she quit stripping, she tried to get a job as a personal assistant in LA, and she would go on these meetings to meet like guys that were going to hire her, and she'd get the job offer every day, and she'd be like, "I'm going up to Malibu. I have this offer to be a personal assistant," and I'm like, "You don't type."
Yeah.
You don't have computer skills.
You want
don't
to do
know
the
anything.
job. Like,
and she'd
that's
come home,
key.
she'd be like, "They offered me the job. The guy offered me the job."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What? But you don't do anything." She's like, "Yeah, and he told me he's going to give me double what he was going to give anyone else." And I'm like,
It's $800 a week. You suck my dick twice a week, and you have 30 days probation.
hot chicks
He
are
doesn't pick her
fuckwits,
up on
aren't
the
they?
back end.
they
You know?
really
Hot chicks are real fuckwits. They really never can develop anything beside being hot.
There's no.
You're so
reason,
lucky,
right?
Lily. You don't know how important it is that
Like
you have a personality.
You're obviously yeah, have intelligence here, no question.
yeah.
But you know, it never ends. Like there'll still be a guy that'll break your heart in some fucking fucked up way. It's just
And it could
to
be-
look, to look on the
Oh,
bright side.
I love it. I love it when you break a hot chick's heart, though. That's always good when you upset a hot chick. Like, you know, they're back and they get another boyfriend very quickly and all that type of stuff. In the downtime when they're going, "What will I do?" And you know they'll be fine.
It's like 2
Oh,
days.
absolutely. You'll do great.
It's like 2 days for them. Like, like a hot chick
Believe
breaks up
me.
and they're
Yeah.
like, "What was that like?" It was a long 2 days. It was very difficult.
I
didn't think I was
had
gonna
it.
get through
I had
it.
a hot chick. I broke up with her, and she was just begging me to get back with her, and for 2 days, begging. On the third day, I decided, yeah, I'll get back with her, and she said, "No, I've already got another boyfriend."
Yeah, they're not on the market long.
No.
Lalit had something to say.
Well, I'm always on the market, but besides the point, I just went to All Saints in Santa Monica to try on clothes, and this guy was helping. I went with my gay friend, and this guy was helping. He was like really good looking, and I just automatically assumed he was gay because he was working in high fashion or something, whatever.
It's not high fashion. It's
Well,
like-
Or whatever,
But it's fashion
not
forward.
high
It's off the
retail.
rack, ready to
Oh,
wear.
High retail.
All Saints is a very reasonably priced store in the UK.
Right.
All my leather jackets and
I
my
love
DVDs
their
are from
leather.
All Saints.
Yes, it's to die for. So my gay friend's hitting on him. I'm like, "Oh, this guy's gay." Totally. I'm like, "You're gay, right?" He's like, "Yeah, totally." I'm like, "Cool." So he's styling me for 2 hours and watching me undress, and I'm okay with it because I'm like, "This guy's gay. It doesn't matter." And then at the end of it all, turns out this guy's a busser, also at Jay Davis's comedy show.
Oh, wow.
What's a
Which I go
busser?
to all the time.
That's
and
cool.
he's like, "Oh, and by the way, I'm straight. Would you like to go out sometime?"
Oh wow!
I was like, "That's
That's
the
kinda cute,
greatest
but-
con." I was like,
But it's kind of cute in a way that
motherfucker.
he was like, "Look, this girl's a little bit out of my league. I can't tell her up front. This is who I am." But was he a good looking guy or
He's
someone
very
that
good looking, but he's 5
was a little
foot
too
6.
like
He's
effeminate?
tiny.
Oh, okay.
What did women give a shit about this short thing? Because my girlfriend's tall. My girlfriend's tall, right? When she's in heels, she's
But you're
taller than
tall,
me.
too.
And I'm 6 foot. She's taller than me when she's in heels,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't bother me in the slightest that she's taller than me. I don't give a fuck.
But you have the
about it.
luxury
you're
a
not
little bit.
5'5",
You're not
Jim.
5'5" or 5'6". That's might be a little
But
more
my
intimidating.
my ex girlfriend was 4'11".
Was she really?
Yeah, she was 4'11". Yeah,
She was midget.
she was little tiny thing. And I love that as well. I love a little tiny thing to throw around. Yeah, I fucking.
No, he's cute. I don't know. I might bang him for the discount, 70%. I was like, "Fuck yeah."
7%.
You will
Of
not.
clearance prices
Off
or
of
regular?
retail price.
Yeah, wait. This is women do things like, "I'll bang it for the discount."
I've
Why-
never done
why
it
don't you-
before,
why
but
don't you
I
just-
want to go this route because I haven't.
Why don't you
ever
just fuck him
manipulated or
and get like $200 off him and then buy a jacket for $200 and you get 100% discount?
Yeah, why don't you just go on
I
that
don't want- I
website?
don't like guys
Why don't you
buying
just go on that
things.
website?
Hey, now that
we
you're on
put
the
you
mic, by the way,
Yeah.
let me
Hi.
ask you this.
Do you like a kept man?
How'd you like to go? How'd you like
middle-aged
yeah.
fathers?
How'd you like to go out with a semi-balding man that like Chardonnay.
How would you like 100% discount on some medium-sized comedy rooms?
How'd you like to be the designated driver for an alcoholic comedian?
How about one more? That's all you guys got. You're like, oh my goodness! No.
So you're gonna fuck Gene?
So you'll. Here was a very serious question.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Will you go out with me?
How many men have you let finger bang?
My mom.
No, not your mom.
Don't ruin this.
No, I don't want to say finger bang. How many men have you had
You're gonna be
loving relationships with? Oh, that made it all fucking sweet.
She,
Nice.
she's never even had a loving
Not any. I was going to say.
Really? No.
Not
She's
really.
never even had a loving
You
relationship
never lost your head over
from a
dude?
friend.
Oh,
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
couple dudes,
I didn't
yeah.
know this.
right,
You've
couple
never had
dudes.
like a healthy relationship?
I've only had one real boyfriend that I called my boyfriend, and I was his girlfriend.
You liked him. He
Once.
liked you.
I
guys
lost
liked
my
each other?
virginity to one.
Did that?
Okay, you
and
figured
how
it out.
old were you?
I was 19 to 21.
No, when you lost
I'm
your
like a chick. I got a girlfriend. I got another girlfriend.
I don't. I don't know. I don't like.
when you
people-
say you lost your virginity, do
Yeah.
you mean from the front or the back?
just from the front, I lost my back virginity a few years ago. That was after.
And what was her name?
The audience, the audience could hear you moving your tongue
Switcheroo.
around in your mouth.
He
I
was
did a
black.
switcheroo.
If you listen, go back and listen. You'll hear Gene. Gene's response to that was,
That's disgusting.
"That's what you did."
You are. You're
Oh,
disgusting. You're disgusting and a bit creepy, Gene.
You remind me of my dad.
Oh shit! You're not the
But
first
you're-
girl that told me that.
Yeah. It's weird because he reminds me of a bowling ball.
The only difference is that you remember my dad, except he was never present.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you. You're.
No, that's accurate.
Yeah,
I like women to yell at that while I'm fucking them. You remind me of your dad, my dad.
That I never met.
There's something hot about that.
No, there is. There's women that have actually been like, oh, they'll see my relationship with my daughter, and that'll make me attractive to them. Like for that reason.
yeah.
makes me not like you.
Yeah, not so much. They don't give a shit about my relationship with my wife, or not my wife, my daughter's mom.
What's the,
But now she's
Who
just
am I
your daughter's
married
mom.
to?
what's the weirdest thing? What's the weirdest thing you've had a girl yell while you were fucking her?
I've had a girl call me daddy, like scream it out and all that type of stuff. I've had another one. The most simplistic one that a girl ever said that I could put into action was a girl I used to fuck in London who used to scream, "Fuck me like you hate me." That's an exact.
You like that one though?
Yeah, I like that one.
Because that's kind of a passionate fuck in a way.
Yeah. But I'm thinking the weirdest one. Yeah, you have to come back to me for that one.
Would you say you were in or out of jail?
I was in love out of jail.
What was yours? What's the weirdest thing you've ever had yelled?
Oh man, I was with this chick and she was doing coke, and she was my compadre's ex-old lady, and so I was doing coke with her, and I didn't know that coke had that adverse effect, and so she was on the rag, and I was gonna pull it out, so I could just
pull the
hit
grenade
it, so I could hit it,
Throw the pin.
and then she said, "No, just fuck me in my ass," trying to be like really sexy,
Right.
and I just got really Catholic nervous.
Sure.
And I went, no, let's just keep kissing.
So I asked, "What's the weirdest thing anyone said to you?"
That was the weirdest thing.
But in
No,
turn,
you gotta put it in my
no,
ass.
but
I'm
in
like,
turn, no. But the
I was overwhelmed by it.
Gene, the weird thing was what you said to her.
What?
Let's keep kissing.
I was fine with just kissing. She had a pretty face. She was beautiful. And
I had a girl.
Oh, you are
I-
sensitive.
No, I was happy with that. I was like, let's just make out. I don't need to put it in your ass. I don't know what's going on with that. You know?
I had a girl say to me one time. This is true. She goes, "Oh, I want you inside me," and I was already inside her.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Like I was mid just pounding away,
my
and she goes,
God.
"Oh, I want you inside me,"
Oh,
and I was
yeah,
like, how do I tell you this?
It's weird though. I find with vaginas, sometimes when you first start fucking the girls, they're always tight. And then as you get into a relationship with a woman, it seems to just adjust to your cock. Like the vagina has some muscle memory for your cock. Like the vagina's like, oh, this cock, we know how to handle this thing.
Dr. Drew said that. He said that, because guys always say, I'm worried about my wife having a baby and then her pussy getting stretched out. He says that the pussy goes right back to normal, that they adjust to whatever. They're adaptive.
I think psychologically, when you see a C-section and a female has just one child, you assume that, this is going to be the sweetest pussy ever because it hasn't been stretched out.
You know,
Like a motherfucker.
you know what's sweet? Just fucking a chick who hasn't had a kid to begin with. You've just shown your age so fucking badly that, when you're in a nursing home and
Love to fuck chicks with C-section.
and the woman doesn't have many grandkids, you're thinking, I know what's happened here.
That'll stoke it.
You know what though? The last few birds I've been fucking in my life have all had silicon tits, all of them. So now,
How old are you? You know what I'm asking?
I'm
You're 30s or 40s?
35.
Oh, yeah, cool.
30s
You're
or
a youngster.
40s.
Shit.
I was hoping you're going to go 20s or 30s.
Well, I thought maybe 40 and a half.
Yeah, thank you.
Ernie.
No, but I mean, no, continue what you're saying because that's very
But
important.
now I've gotten to the stage where, because of all, I'm talking about the last sort of 5 women I fucked that all had silicon tits. When I had a fuck that involved regular tits, I sort of felt like they weren't the real tits anymore. If that makes sense.
No,
got
it might
so
be your,
used to
it
it.
might be your
I've gotten,
generation.
I've gotten so
absolutely.
desensitized to silicon
Yeah.
tits. I was like, what's wrong with these tits? What are these floppy things?
Yeah.
Sometimes-
And then I was like, afterwards, that girl actually had really nice tits, but I'm just so desensitized to.
Sometimes if they're under the muscle and you can hardly feel like the edge of them, they're pretty good. But the ones when it's
Where
like,
you can feel a bag in the side.
yeah, but the ones when it goes
Yeah.
it goes down and then it flattens out and there's like almost a point to where, and you can almost like get your finger underneath where it was. It's just fucking
You
creepy.
talking about dudes or chicks? No, because if they're responsive, it's sometimes the silicone will make it a little less responsive. That's what I was told.
But why?
I
is
remember
it-
the first time I had fake breasts, it
Had
wasn't
them-
a great breast job, so it felt weird because it felt like balloons. I was sucking on the thing that I used to tie up, and so I'm like, okay, this is weird. I'm sucking on the thing I used to tie up on a fucking balloon, right? It's not even helium in it. And then I had a regular breast, right? My daughter. All right, whatever. Just because you guys are fucking assholes.
I don't like
you
that
need
joke.
I don't care for that.
I don't care for that.
Yeah, really,
Unfortunately,
really. Gene. You know how you said
Have
there's
some
no
sense
boundaries
of-
here?
Yeah.
There's boundaries.
Yeah.
And you just went past
We
it.
can make jokes about your daughter. We don't want to hear you making jokes about
Especially
them.
when you're
That's
talking
just-
about all the
Obviously-
different breasts.
obviously
and
that never transpired.
like a balloon.
I'm just saying that her mom, in all actuality, has great breasts, and they're very naturally. She's very small.
I remember I spoke to the pool boy.
She's very small waisted, and she's breasty. And that, believe it or not, as shallow as that sounds,
Will she
that
come
helps
to the-
sustain our relationship.
Will she come to the pier?
No, but we saw sex. I tapped it 2 days ago.
Oh, how was that?
It was cool.
When I
She was a little drunk. Wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
I fucked a girl with fake tits, and she had gotten the surgery done fairly recently, and she wanted me to like squeeze them as hard as I possibly. She was like, "Fucking," I was
When
like,
she had
she was like,
fake ones?
"Squeeze my tits," and I was like, "All right, I'm squeezing them," and she's like, "No, harder." Like it was like,
She couldn't feel it?
Is that? Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe that. What was it? I don't know. I was just like,
Here's my problem with it. If a girl gets fake boobs, they're called fake boobs. If I get a fake leg, it's called a prosthetic.
Right.
I think that their boobs should be called prosthetic boobs.
Well, they reckon ass implants.
They're
are just as popular
victims.
now.
They're victims.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I lost my tits to a letter bomb when I was
An IED.
That's funny.
No, but that bothers me because if you went and got a prosthetic cock, you'd be Mark Wahlberg, but you could never like think if you were like those ballet dancers, those male ballet dancers wear like the fucking like they stack it and stuff it, and then everybody knows it's stuffed. So like if a girl wears stuffed tits, you're like, oh, those are stuffed. But
Right.
if she has fake tits, everybody's like, oh, that's amazing. But if you pulled out like a big fake cock, like a mandingo sized cock, and we're like, thunk, look at this
You're
shit.
making me hungry. No, I'm just saying. Obviously, men, we do gravitate towards the physical, sort of the whatever. And so, if you see a female with cleavage, I don't give a shit if you're at Target or where the fuck.
Are you trying to
It's like
explain
something
what
nice.
makes women attractive?
No, it's just make like
You know
juvenile
what
cock.
is good about women? Have you heard about these boobs things? They're good.
Lalit, do you ever look at a guy's cock to see if he's
Yes.
got? You do.
Yeah. I didn't until I started hanging out more with my gay friend who is checking out cocks all the time. He showed me how to do it, and he's like,
But
"You
if
can
you're
tell."
What, using your eyes?
Well, I wouldn't even think to look, and now I'm like, oh, I can see where it's hanging, and is it to the left or to the right? I can kind of.
If they're right-handed,
But,
it goes to
okay.
the left.
Well, and if sorry.
If you're right-handed, I have a theory. If you're right-handed, it goes to the left.
'cause
If you're left-handed, it goes to the right.
Where's mine sitting right now?
Whip it out. Whip it out.
To your left.
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Are you right-handed?
Let me ask you this
Wait,
seriously.
go around the room. Are you right-handed?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Left or right?
Which
you
which
don't
way do
care,
you hang?
do you?
What
Chris.
Like if the guy looks like he's
Goes
well
to the
hung-
left. What are you?
do I?
Okay, you're a tard. Which way does your cock?
So
go,
the
Lily?
second thing, it just didn't work, and now you're like, it still works.
No, I've
No,
got a theory. It's
if-
pretty.
Here's my thing. If the guy is gifted and he's got a decent sized cock that's leaning to the left or the right, does that make him more tantalizing or interesting or sexy?
Of course, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So he can be dumb as a hammer, and you can still have that objectivity like a guy, and just objectify him and be like, "That's a sweet
Yeah.
cock." I wouldn't mind having that.
Wait a minute,
Well, you know
wait a
what's
minute, wait a
funny is
minute.
the
You don't
South
fuck anything.
I wouldn't mind having that in my moist, dry pussy.
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
That's a
that happened to
contradiction.
me. But this is
the
what happened.
moist dry pussy.
My moisturizer pussy. We trying the South African that I went on a date with like months
AIDS.
ago. I
No wonder
saw
you keep your weight down.
he came to the dog park with sweatpants on and you could see his cock. Like I was like, oh, he's hot. Like he's a
Right.
hot guy. I could see his cock. I was like, I want to fuck this guy. So we went out on dates, but then when I got to know him, I didn't want to fuck him. He just didn't do
idiot.
it for me. So I never ended up fucking the guy, and I just let the
Jesse,
cock go.
Was he an
Can you
idiot?
try to
Was he
fuck her?
just
No, he was
clueless?
really
Like,
smart. He just wasn't like offensive and hurtful. Like he just didn't have that fire in him.
He was kinda boring.
He's just he's like a nice guy.
Whatever happened to that girl that I wingmaned and got you?
I should fuck
She's crazy.
Yeah, I went out on a date with her, and
She was crazy?
She was fun. She's cool. She's a cool girl. We hooked up, but I haven't really talked to her since then.
It's Bobby Lee.
I was very proud.
I do a lot of
Was
switcheroos.
Bobby
I do a lot of
Lee. Yeah, I know, I
switcheroos.
noticed the gender ambiguity. I like it.
Throw that one out there, Bobby.
Now that you're in a band, you won't have problems like that anymore.
Oh no.
Ow, my fucking.
By the way, we have to start booking some gigs for you motherfuckers. I think
Jason
this
had a
might
book.
be-
Jason had a book.
Not this summer, but next summer. You guys will be doing.
We're gonna do our first gig at my birthday party.
Where's that? When?
My parents' house.
When?
We're gonna do our first album. It's gonna be called Live from My Parents' Backyard.
garage band.
Are you fucking Will Ferrell and Step Brothers? We got this
Hey.
really cool band, and then we're gonna go play karate in the
What?
garage.
Pretty much.
What part of Montebello is that? Is that in the flatlands or in the hills?
Pick me up.
It's Altadena.
Oh,
So
dude.
it's
It's actually
it's
kind
nice.
of on point. Actually,
Yeah, you're right.
actually.
Yeah, you're close.
Montebello is actually a nice place, man.
So are all the talking shitheads invited?
yeah, of course, everyone's.
No, I
invited.
mean all the talking shitheads, not.
Oh
just the
no,
moms.
fuck no! Are you kidding me?
Can I come to your party?
Of course.
When-
I
when-
would-
Yeah, are we invited?
When is
Yeah,
it?
July 21st,
I'm putting it in
Yeah,
my book.
okay.
I say we
Yeah.
like we're like a trio terror.
What day of the week? What day of the week is that?
Saturday. You'll be probably on the road.
Yeah,
That might be the CrossFit Games weekend.
I won't be there.
Yeah. It's a shame. I wanted to see Jesse in the.
Jesse and the Runaways.
I'm surprised no one's made a Full House joke yet. What was in the Full House? Jesse and the Rippers. That's what it was.
Uncle
my-
Jesse.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's still mad
Uncle
at me.
Jesse and the Olsen twins.
My girlfriend's still mad at me for not introducing her to John Stamos at
K-Rock.
K-Rock thing.
Why?
Mr.
She like
Pretty
grew
Man.
up watching Full House, and she's like, oh,
Yeah, it's because she wants to get a fucking vagina moist. It's like
They do,
It's
yeah.
like if your girlfriend was talking to a porn star and you went, "I'm really disappointed you didn't introduce me to her." You know what I mean?
Well, I guess I could still get an autograph.
Yeah.
Maybe I could email him. He'll send it to me.
You have to introduce me to hot chicks from now on. It's the dumbest thing.
Right. Hey, what's it do with you not fucking introduce me to your hot friends that are single and looking to mingle?
Yeah, what's
What's your prob? What are you fucking? Yeah. No, I had one friend of my wife. I don't know what happened. I think I said just something on Facebook that she got offended by, but she just shut me. She blocked me.
Who did?
You got stalker blocked?
Well, no, I didn't stalk her, but I'll call the office.
How do you block
she'll
someone
answer
from
the phone? But I never bring up the fact that she kind of blocked me because I can't get to her page anymore.
How do you block someone from a window? Suppose that's what curtains are.
Drapes.
I'm sick of Gene.
Where are you going to get us? Where are you going to get us our drinks?
One bottle down.
Yeah, all right, wino.
All we need to do is add a hiccup effect, a sound effect in there. And
No, listen, I'm very busy. I got to go to Lake Tahoe on Wednesday.
Are you working with what's the guy up?
Taylor Williamson.
No, you are working with Taylor.
Yeah.
I like Taylor.
My protege.
But
He is, indeed.
are you working Harvey's?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's a good gig.
That's a nice gig.
Yeah.
Taylor's such a fucking idiot. He puts on my wife's Facebook page, I'll watch Gene for a few nights, but the rest of the time I'll be snowboarding. I'm like, it's fucking summer, asshole. You never snowboarded in your life. If you actually say you're going to snowboard in June. I don't know.
Taylor-
He's a nice man.
Taylor's a nice guy.
So it was just silly that he
Some woman asked me to do a charity gig in San Diego for some like kid that was in a car wreck or something, and I agreed to do it. And then something came up, and I couldn't.
All right, I gotta go.
All
I'm fucking
right.
going.
Bye, Jim. I'll plug your gigs.
Thanks.
So this.
Jim, do you mind taking your headphones off and just bending over a little slower?
So Taylor Williamson asked if. So I got this charity gig, and this woman like begged me to do it, and I was like, I'll do it for free. I was going to drive down to San Diego to do it, and the woman kept asking me over and over and over, and then like I had to go to Australia or something. I couldn't do the gig. So I just Twittered or put on Facebook. I put on Facebook. I go, does anyone do a charity gig? I can't do it. It's down in San Diego. And Taylor's the only guy that gets back to me.
Yeah, because he lives in San Diego.
And
yeah.
he goes,
or at times he does.
Yeah, he goes, I live down there. I'll do it. And I went, okay, get in touch with this woman. And I just leave it at that. And then about 6 months later, I run into Taylor, and he goes,
Right.
you sent me to the worst gig I've ever done in my entire life. He goes,
Oh my God, is that true?
He goes, it was fucking terrible. He goes, it was me. Like, there were a lot of apologies at the end. Like,
Oh God, he's the nicest man in the
Yeah,
world.
I know, I
And
didn't-
he's actually very funny. But you didn't know it was going to be that nightmare gig. You
no,
just
but
gotta-
he was like, he goes, I was in a bar and like everybody's sitting in one room and I was in the other room doing stand up and they're all
right.
sitting in the other room and yeah, it was I know if I was there, and even though it was a charity gig, if I had gotten there and seen the situation, I would have gone, sorry, I can't. Like, I understand it's a charity, but you didn't do this right. I have to go. Like, goodbye. Because I'm not going to sit in another room and tell jokes to no one.
Yeah,
But-
absolutely.
But Taylor, he did everything they told him.
No,
to
he
do.
probably fucking did his whole set.
And then he probably tried to stick around and get laid.
Yeah, and you're like,
afterwards.
I think he's asexual, but I'm just saying, like he'll do his whole thing. He's very passionate about it, which is great. But at a certain point in your career, sometimes you'd be at a gig, you'd be like, okay, you know what? Fuck this noise. Hey guys, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes up here looking at my phone, or you guys can play along. So that's how it's gonna play out now. Like, you ever been in those gigs where you literally got to just tell them, look, I'm not going to fucking deal with you motherfuckers being rude and obnoxious, in some of those rooms that aren't comedy clubs,
Right.
that they're, off
Black colleges.
yeah. Or mulatto.
They don't like that word. Don't ever use
No
that
one
word.
likes that
Don't
word, of course.
ever
It's
use that
archaic.
word. The only time you
It's like
can
saying
use,
color,
the only
you
time
know.
you can use that word is when you're buying a peppered charm cookie. I think they have one called that.
They actually do have one called that.
I think it's called a mint Milano or mulatto or
Yeah,
something.
that's what. All right.
Orange Milano, mulatto. Milano. I don't know.
Who's our band for the night that's going to close out the show?
The Chelsea Latelys. Who are the other guys?
It's my buddy Mikey, who I've known for a while.
I've met Mikey.
Have you met Mikey?
I think so. I just met Mikey down at the fucking Whaler with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mikey Zaldivar, and then my other dude, friend Ben. who
No,
just moved
Nigel.
into town.
Nigel's not in it.
No, Nigel's not in it.
No. I just wanted to catch you saying you're better looking than Nigel.
Oh no, that's not.
Nigel's a
There's,
damn
there's
good-looking
nobody
man.
better looking
Yeah.
than Nigel. That motherfucker is really good looking.
Yeah.
He is a good looking dude.
But Machete actually, we recorded some of the first rehearsal, and Machete will vouch. It's coming together.
Dude, I'm down.
true,
you guys,
man.
you guys
It's
have a
pretty
gig
good.
in town. I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Even out of town.
Machete, are you still working for the Devil an Hour?
No, I was never officially employed by them.
But have you gotten any more? Because Lindsay told me they've recorded some stuff and it's good.
I wouldn't say it's good, but that's the reason why it's not out.
Well, they definitely recorded some stuff.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Jason broke off and
I don't think, man.
Jason broke off and tried to create his own podcast.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
good for
he
him.
went on a solo career. Well, he joined up with another with
Yeah.
Devlin.
Was it strictly about moms with cancer? You know what? See, I'm a Christian.
Yeah. So
Actually, I'm Catholic.
so was Jesus.
So I guess it's okay.
How many more bottles of wine do we have to give you where you really get in trouble?
Oh gosh.
You don't wear your wedding ring, do you?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You know what? I don't want to wear one either if I get married.
No,
Why?
Jon Stewart doesn't wear one.
No one
David
in-
Letterman doesn't wear one.
No one in my family wears them.
Why
they're,
not?
they're unnecessary, and I'll tell you why. For two reasons. Believe it or not.
One, they prevent you from getting laid.
I was.
Well, that can be an
Most
issue
important.
if you do how to get it up. Let's just say. I don't wear them because it's very uncomfortable, and it like bites down on my fingers. I have like issues. with
Constant reminder.
No, I have issues with my wrists. If you saw my wrists, you'd see scars on both wrists
He was bit by a shark.
that are intense. And so that, and when my wife and I had split up, or even when we were girlfriend and boyfriend, when we had split up, I would write these jokes about being separated. And so I never wanted to get rid of those jokes. And so I kept those jokes. So it was better to keep it kind of vague if I was married or not married or divorced, because I'll do jokes about being divorced and being separated and being single. So she's very understanding.
Which is kind of how you are.
That's why like whenever I get mad at her, I'm like, she's actually pretty amazing because she doesn't get weird about that stuff. And also, we're on the same page. Like sometimes people will say, "Oh, I wouldn't deal with my husband not wearing a wedding ring," and now she'll say, "Oh, I didn't know you were both virgins. You got married and you subscribe to everything across the board."
Right.
It's like, no, you did not. I don't give a shit about your Fox News worshiping bullshit. Like my wife's pretty liberal, right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't mind that crap when people try to get self-righteous about it.
But how often do you cheat on her?
I can count how many times I've. Honest to God, since we've been married like 7 years, I can count how many times I've cheated on my wife on one hand. 5, 10, 15, probably the max. Woo!
Oh.
No, I
You don't cheat.
no, I don't cheat, and that's what makes it easier because you know what happens when you cheat. Well, I got a blowjob a couple times, but here's
The ring
deal.
gets in the way.
Here's the deal: like when you're married and things are going well, or you're in the relationship, things are going well even when you're not married. You don't really want to cheat because you start to get suspect of her. And if you like that person, you don't want to be suspect of her. You don't want to be looking under the bed because you've been under there before yourself. So you try to keep that to a minimum.
that's a good point.
And my big thing, I know this is not very virtuous, but my big thing is the chick at least has to be hotter than my wife. So if you're hotter than my wife,
And you,
guess who's a winner?
and you're. I've always told girls that the only way I'll cheat is if I can have a threesome with them with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend likes to do that, and that my girlfriend, but the way she does it, she doesn't like to be there. She likes to see it on Skype. She likes to do the threesome on Skype.
Right.
But we don't have Wi-Fi in the hotel room I'm in, so I'm just supposed to call her afterwards and tell her.
So if we can just knock this out real quick.
Yeah.
Everyone benefits.
Yeah. That's the only way it works now. That's all right. I think everybody's got to go. We've been here for 5 hours. People look like they're
Have we?
falling asleep.
What time is it?
Gene wants to do another
What
3
time
hours.
it is?
Yeah, well, you can't leave while we're closing up the
we're
show.
doing it. All right.
Let's
So
say
I'm for
goodbye,
it.
everyone. Jeez, I mean, really, no respect. Our best guest ever, Gene
By the way, you
Popham.
can be more lovely. And same with you. You're the guy who he had sex with your girlfriend? Devlin.
Gene, Gene's had too much
I like
to
to
drink.
mix everything up
All
at
right,
the end.
time to go.
And you
Good
are
night,
in a
everybody.
band.
Gene, do you have anything to plug? It doesn't matter.
No, I got nothing.
Your wife has money.
I got nothing. I understand. Yeah,
Go to
gigs coming up.
Go to @Gene Pompa. It's Pompa. Check out his Twitter. And thank you, Gene, for coming on your wife's birthday.
Well, thank you for having me.
It was fucking awesome. And shitheads, remember the live show June 14th in Las Vegas at the Empire Comedy Club at the Paris. That's where we'll be. The one that's got the fucking Eiffel Tower above
Triple
it.
headliner. You, me, and Jim.
Yeah, Gene might be there. He actually would come. You might come out for the show. Gene, you're welcome to come. We'd love to have you.
Thank you.
That meant I'm not coming. But hopefully Jason will be there, and all the Mongs are going to be there, and porn stars, and Brian McCarthy, and we're going to some nightclub afterwards. So buy your tickets on www.jimandeddietalkshit.com. Have a good night.